in the black and green with the shorts. Again, we saw some good wrestling from both ladies in their opening matches, and they continue to come out and wrestle. Maka coming in with those hard collar ties, which is very common from the Kingsway New Wave athletes. Trying to put a lot of pressure on the back and head early on to wear them out. Again, as we mentioned in the opening round, really nice wrestling from the ladies and a nice foot sweep. She set the same foot sweep. She set up the same passing sequence in her opening match.
Yeah.
Maka has a very, very disciplined and dangerous guard. Again, being a very seasoned competitor, these are positions she's been in, but this is clearly her game. And she's doing that same thing, getting the nice 2-on-1. And again, like I mentioned, this is something her coach, Manny Vasquez, is really good at. So this is something she knows this is her game.
Yeah, she's doing a good job just pinning that leg, and she's going to try to hop over that knee.
And sometimes against kind of the favorite in the bracket that Maka is, your whole goal is just to get them where you want and play your A game against whatever they have, and this is what we're seeing.
Absolutely.
We saw Maka with a really nice triangle from the open guard and finish in the opening round. She's trying to climb that left leg up using her right hand to block the pass and look for those kind of isolations.
Maka looking for some counter Kimura game here.
Yeah, used it to stop the pass. And now she has the arm wrapped underneath.
Yeah.
This can really be a good position to pass from.
Yeah, and that's a dangerous position.
100%. But Maka doing a good job getting the guard back. And now getting underneath. Looking for a footlock. Maka uses it to come on top. Very smart strategy after that heavy pressure from the top.
Yeah, absolutely. Very aggressive guard.
Now we'll see. We're in almost now at the exact same position. Switch top and
yeah,
bottom.
Switched.
Maka's got the body lock. See if she can elevate her left knee and come over this knee.
Yeah, Maka's going to look to try to hop over.
Charlsey goes to double butterflies with the underhook to try to off balance and create some space, which is a smart strategy if you feel like you can't get that hip free on that angle. She does a good job breaking the body lock and resetting. Very, very nice jiu-jitsu from the bottom to go along with the top game and foot sweeps we've already seen. Really nice. Wrestle up into the front head. Just like in the men's bracket, now we're starting to see the matches kind of even out and some really, really good exchanges going back and forth with a lot more grueling energy going on than
Absolutely.
the opening rounds.
And she's got that kind of vice grip right now. She's trying to stuff that head through.
Now she exposes the back. So Coach Manny Vasquez is asking for some spirals and tilts from here. So clearly some ride system they've been working on. Maka gets her guard back, very wise. And then tries to wrestle up it right back to the front head.
And this front headlock game is so strong, and her coach Manny Vasquez is so good at this position.
And just a smart strategy for no time limit or no points situations with overtime. This is a very taxing position to be underneath when you have that weight in the back of the neck, and you're having to constantly hand fight to watch the neck exposure and getting snapped down. Maka does a good job again getting back to her guard and resetting. So last time from here she tried to wrestle up right away and got in that front headlock. I wonder if she'll choose to either build a base like she did or enter the legs. Back to the collar ties. And now she sits. So after that foot sweep, she decided to play more of that open guard game. I'm really impressed by Charlsey's game. She's looking really solid top and bottom wrestling. Looks very, very calm and very controlled.
Looking like she was thinking maybe some Choi bar action on that far side arm.
I wouldn't be surprised to see her attack the Choi and then go to the legs if Charlsey falls to the ceiling.
I think Maka's doing a good job preventing her from getting to that body lock position that Charlsey seems to be so good at.
Yeah, going more to that knee shield to keep the hips back is a smart strategy. The only problem is she's trying to go for that forearm with the knee shield in, which sometimes is keeping you away. Almost sometimes you have to take it away to get to that nice connection. But that exposes her hip. So we're now 5 minutes in, halfway through. And both women have had good moments in this fight, but I have to say Charlsey's kind of controlling with the takedowns and the top pressure. And Maka again tries to get that pass. Starting to looked a little frustrated in her kind of pulls.
Absolutely. It's hard because Charlsey's just playing such a fundamentally solid game.
Yeah.
Like her tier 1 defense is like so solid. She's
with that threat of that foot sweep now is not wanting her to commit her hips. So pulling even underneath is hard if you're not driving your hips in. And that's allowing her to kind of just stay disconnected on those pulls and enter on her own terms. Maka again gets back to a good open guard. We've seen the same kind of situation play out a few times here. And then once we get here, neither lady can really get deep into what they want. And we've seen a lot of resets back to the feet or to the knees from here. As they're starting to get really familiar with each other's games halfway through, we'll see if either is going to switch gears and kind of change their strategy. Again, Maka looking for that kind of Kimura Chori bar on the far arm, but the arm is just not getting exposed. Now she goes for a little front head action, which we've seen her working for from other positions. Now she sits back for the foot. She has a heel exposure there. Maka looked very, very calm on that entry. Did not look too concerned.
Charles's coach, Manny Vasquez, calling her not to let Maka build up with that.
Now Maka could be using this to enter her own leg / come up. Now she has a nice straight foot, belly down, but Maka's foot pops off. And now she gets on top.
Good defense there by Maka. Now she finds herself chest to chest with a crossface here.
3 minutes or so left.
Hips are flat. This is a great position for Maka now.
This is the best position she's had this match. We'll see if she can make it pay off for her. And that's the risk of going back for the foot there. You give up your top position where you've been doing really well all day. And now you're in the bottom flat half. And this is, again, like we mentioned in the Cantwell era match, this is where you start getting in the match where you have to decide, are you going to play for overtime or are you going to try to finish it here? Maka looks to have a heavy base and doing a really good job settling into this position, making Charlsey carry that weight.
She's really dropping that left hip well, dropping her shoulder into that crossface, forcing Charlsey to have to look to her left.
That is, the way she has her hand posted and really getting that elbow high is putting a ton of pressure on her. It's going to make it hard for any kind of bridge escape or shrimp escape. But also it's kind of hard for you to get your pass if your opponent is disciplined there. I expect her to kind of work it up and now try to get that right arm inside for an arm isolation and then use that to threaten to pull the leg out.
Maka doing a great job just...
Goes right to that peel, using that crossface to peel. Very technical, very solid basic jiu-jitsu, but very hard to stop as you get to really, really solid positioning like this.
Such a cooking position.
And this is where the question is, because now you're getting late in the fight, 90 seconds or so left. Do you even want to pass if you're Maka? You just might want to stay here and keep the weight on her and tire her out till overtime because she's carrying a ton of weight.
Exactly. Just trying to suck everything you can out of your opponent.
Really nice pressure. Now she goes over the head, maybe looking for an arm isolation. Short time left. 1 minute. Looking more and more like we're going to hit to our overtime for only the second time today. Maka now looking back, trying to isolate that Kimura, but that's its position where you can get rolled. But now Maka's got her hands connected. She has to break the grip and get that arm back down. This could be a lot of energy to try to finish this late in a match if she tries to force the finish. And she opts to just come back on top, which I think is the right strategy.
Maka going for that front headlock now.
She gets the pass into the front head, but not much time to work here.
The back's exposed, but this shows that she obviously believes in her ability to finish the fight quickly, and she's hunting that back. She's trying to go for that finish in regulation here.
Short short time. We'll see if she can get the finish. If not, we'll probably see this position again in a few more seconds. And that is our time, so we're going to OT. That was a kind of back and forth match where Charlsey was controlling early and then Maka coming back in the end. So we're heading to OT. We're getting set for our first overtime. We're starting in the back. Charlsey on offense, Maka on defense, both getting their good set positions. Right away, she takes it to the positive side. No body triangle, which is always an interesting case. Maka trying to use her feet to open. She gets her back exposure, and she gets the quick escape. Very nice escape from Maka. Not much ride time there. Now we'll see if she can end it in this OT or at least build some ride time.
You know, Charlsey is well versed coming from a 10th Planet background. You know, if she's drilled this a bunch, let's see what she can pull off here. Maka going for her own attacks here.
Crossing the ankles, which is, I don't think Maka's too concerned about, but that does put some pressure on you. Maka's definitely in a much better position to at least get the ride time.
Yeah, she's underneath those arms.
Starting to get the back free. The arm is now starting to get under the neck. Charlsey pulling the hand down to try to get free.
She's hunting the submission.
Got a reset from the other side.
It's hard to see from here. With she's under the neck, doesn't look like it.
She's just controlling the head. Now she's starting to get around the face.
Oh, she's around the face here. This could be really tight. This looks like this is in.
And she gets the submission. Maka Vickers gets the submission in our first overtime, and we'll be moving on to our women's final.